Real YouTubers start with Soapy because that's how you start video.
Acceptable. Acceptable. Excellent. So, yeah, this is going to be one of the big ones.
Yeah. It's gonna be honest. It's not what I'm hopeful with. Singles, I have a decent record against Wolf, but VGC, I've never taken a single mon off of him, I don't think.
Really?
Really?
Wow. Well, I'm 3-1 against him in MBL. Does that count?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go with that.
That's Wolf and Marcus. That's Team Dreamball. That's a scary combination. 3-1 is a good record. Okay, here's the thing. I actually was looking at this, and I feel like we've got team matchup.
I would agree. I would agree.
But I'm the one playing, not you. And from the epic choke last week, the epic choke, I think we can establish that that's not great. Quick apology to anybody watching Boyt's side of the... I'm going to do this in my own team builder as well. Quick apology for last week. I know I said, oh, I've got sturdy, so I'm fine. I had forgotten that Magneton had taken damage. And no Johns, I was in a rush. Like, I had to go. Like, I had like 4 minutes before I had to leave. That's why we didn't do the post-game interview. The battle went a lot longer than expected. But I really should have looked at my health bar before making my play. Like, that's unacceptably bad. Like, that is an unacceptable choke. Like, just going, oh, I've got sturdy, so I'm fine.
It happens. It's a non-protect. Like, many people have not protected when they should have done. Many people have protected when they shouldn't have done.
I 100% would have protected if I'd realized I didn't have sturdy online. Like, I want people to know I'm not great at VGC, but I'm better than that. I even said he's going to Earthquake, but it's fine because I'm sturdy and it will activate my weakness policy. Like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'd taken damage. Yeah. We'll move on and we'll just beat Wolf instead.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so you've prepped. What is the prep? Tell me the tea. Spill the tea, Jamie Boyt.
Okay. So, Flapple is very good here, but not a normal Flapple.
Oh, I was like, Flapple, I wasn't even thinking of bringing it.
So, we are not going to bring Hustle. We are going to bring Iron Defense, Ripen, Citrus Berry. It beats everything except Excavalier.
Sure. Are we running Recycle?
We are running Leech Seed and Recycle with Grab Apple. So it's Grab Apple, Iron Defense, Leech Seed, Recycle.
I believe in Boyt. I believe. This is hashtag believe. This is hashtag believe. I'm naming it now. This is... It was meant to be Courtney's exclusive name for this season, but... Alright, explain this to me. Explain the breakdown of this set to me, because how does this beat... Okay, it beats Arcanine, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it walls Jolteon completely. Like, Wigglytuff, I guess, would be something that could do okay against it, but it's Wigglytuff. Although,
He's gonna bring a fairy move on something, right?
Well, Wigglytuff is actually reasonable because it gets the competitive boosts if we max strike. So,
yeah,
it is a bit more reasonable to come this week, but I still don't think it's gonna come. It may do because of the Urshifu, but you know.
I feel like Ripen, Recycle, Iron Defense, Flapple. I'm assuming like some form of Max Spadef variant then.
Nope, just max defense. Like, we just ignore Wigglytuff and we're fine. Like, even if we get an Iron Defense, Excavalier isn't doing that. Well, it's still doing a lot, but it won't deal with us quickly, and we can still just recycle Citrus Berry throughout the max to stall it out.
This is a lead, or is this someone we have in the back?
This is a one we have in the back. We are leading with Adrenaline or Porygon-Z. Because the main way he would have of stopping the Porygon-Z would be to snarl it down with Arcanine, and then he won't be able to do that once we Helping Hand max strike it when we're faster with the Adrenaline Orb. Okay, I've stunned you into silence. Excellent. That's a good sign.
Sure. Okay. Okay, so you're telling me that we're leading Togetic, Porygon-Z.
I think it's Baby Fairy with Porygon-Z. Both are fine. Like, both are fine. Like, Togetic with Helping Hand is perfectly fine. Cottony with Helping Hand is perfectly fine because that can also go for Cotton Spore. It can go for Encore onto the Drifblim as well. It could taunt the Drifblim. Like, it can do multiple things there. So, like, I think Baby Fairy Porygon-Z would be a very good lead.
I think Cottony might be better in this matchup now that you've pointed out the Cotton Spore and the Taunt. Like, sure. What if he just Trick Rooms turn 1?
Then we Encore it.
With Mushana. Oh.
Encore.
Yeah, pranks to Encore. So it's definitely Cottony. I think that is definitely Cottony then. With Eviolite or with Focus Sash?
That depended on if Togetic was coming. I think it was bulky enough if we had Eviolite, and if we're not bringing Togetic, then it can be Eviolite.
Cotton Spore, Encore.
And Helping Hand as well. Because Helping Hand will get around the Fake Outs. So we can't, like, Fake Tears would be better, but Helping Hand would get around a Fake Out.
Does Helping Hand go before Fake Out?
Yes, it has +5 priority.
And obviously Fake Tears would be nicer, but... Okay, and then... Are we running Grassy Glide to take advantage of Wolf's grassy terrain?
That is actually a very good point. Like, the one I just threw on was Absorb next to a Weakness Policy Lapras, but, like, I'm not too sold on Lapras anyway.
But
so Grassy Glide is
Glide
reasonable.
into Lapras is great because
that is true.
Priority.
That is very true. That would make sense. I'm content with that.
And it's like, yeah, it does a bit more damage than Absorb, but it can also pick up KOs on Focus Sash Mons or break Sashes with priority. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we've got Flapple, Porygon, Cottony.
And Darmanitan, because Excavalier must be respected.
Yeah, I saw what it did to K-Cray. Oh, her game against Wolf. 1 play away, and she called it. I watched that game, and then I watched it from Wolf's perspective, and then I went back and watched it from her perspective, and there's this play where she's like, I think he's going to do this. And then she's like, talked herself out of it. And if she'd made that play, she'd have won the final game.
It was so close. Like, that was a good game.
She was like, oh, I think he might switch in a Excavalier, and then I need to, like, fire move into that slot. And then she's like, nah, I'm going to do this instead. And then he did. And it was like, oh, if you'd done it. Oh, if you'd done it. Like... The biggest upset of the season. She played very well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like to take Wolf that close, like
yeah,
that's
taking a game and then
feat.
to 1 mon on the last thing, and there was 1 play in it. Although that Araquanid set was evil.
The same logic is going into this Flapple.
Baby. I know that was your baby.
No, the same logic is applying to the Flapple. The Araquanid was good. Flapple is also good with the Iron Defense.
Isn't Piloswine going to be able to hit us really hard with like Icicle Crash, even with Iron Defense?
You say that, it's got like 100 attack. After Iron Defense, we'll still be okay. And we're hitting it back with Grab Apples.
I guess.
I don't think Piloswine's coming.
You don't think Piloswine's even coming to preview?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Scrafty, Rillaboom, Excavalier, Dracovish, Arcanine are like 5 guaranteed. Right?
See, I don't want to say guaranteed because you don't know with Wolf, but
no, you never know.
Very reasonable.
Any other player, with any other player, I'd be guaranteed. But with Wolf, he could bring none of those. He could bring the other 6. It might just happen. He might want to bring Drifblim because Porygon.
Yes.
Like he might just lead Rillaboom Drifblim, like he has been.
Yes. So,
and that's why I'm worried about Cottony Porygon, because doesn't that just lose to Rillaboom Drifblim?
Well, if we go for Helping Hand Max Strike onto the Rillaboom turn 1, that would avoid Fake Out. I should be able to... I haven't looked at the EVs properly yet, but I should be able to EV it to survive a Drum Solo, and then we can Encore whatever the Drifblim does.
Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We got a plan for that. That's the scary lead. Dom. is very, very good here, except Dracovish.
Yes. That is very true, but then Flapple will wall the Dracovish.
Yes. But Dom doesn't wall the Dracovish. I'm just trying to make that very clear. Like,
not quite.
I'm well aware of Dom's lack of Dracovish. Like, it can't even be given a move to somehow beat Dracovish. That's the problem.
Yeah, so we don't beat Dracovish with Dom. It's there for Excavalier. Like, that's its main purpose. And I was thinking about just a bulk up set, because again, he's very physically offensive on his team. And if we bulk out the Dom, it will survive a lot of hits as well.
Problem, Scarf Dracovish. Like,
that's the thing. Like Dom loses to that. Like, straight up, there's nothing we can do. So we might as well just ignore it if we bring the Darmanitan, because we have to bring the Darmanitan because of Excavalier, and just let the other mons beat it.
Okay.
Unless you can think, like, maybe run Pasha Berry on the Darmanitan, but even then...
Like Pasho Berry, Will-O-Wisp, Dom?
I did look at Will-O-Wisp. See, you say that. Against Wolf, you have to bring the unexpected, because he is absolutely prepared for the standard.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Scarf Will-O-Wisp Dom isn't even a bad shout. He's got so many physical attackers. Like, Scarf Will-O-Wisp is not bad.
That is true.
Will-O-Wisp U-turn, Scarf. Like, you could even give it Trick. You could give it Will-O-Wisp Trick. And then 2 attack.
The 2 attacks you need is Fire Move and Stone Edge.
Yeah.
That covers everything.
Like Fire Punch, Stone Edge. Or Fire Punch, Rock Slide even.
Rock Slide is same thing.
I feel like Rock Slide might be better than Stone Edge because it gets the Sheer Force boost, so it's almost as strong, but it hits both opponents, and it's more accurate.
Yes, that is true. And Rock Slide is there for the Arcanine, and Darm beats Arcanine.
Because the calculation is spread moves are reduced by 30%, right?
25%.
But Sheer Force boost by 30%, so it'd be 75 times 1.3 divided by.
So it would go to
78.
It goes down to 75% power and then sheer forced up, so times by 1.3.
Oh, it does the 75% first.
So it should be 97.5%. So it's like 2.5 strong, 2.5 weaker than Stone Edge.
Yeah.
And it hits both. So yes, Rock Slide.
Yeah. So it goes back to almost as strong as it initially was. Yeah.
Yes.
But it hits both. So I think Rock Slide is definitely coming on Dom no matter what, right?
Yes.
And I don't think we need Flare Blitz. Fire Punch.
I agree. I had Fire Punch.
Yeah.
Fire Punch should be strong enough.
Like, as good as Flare Blitz is with the fucking Sheer Force Flare Blitz, as strong as that move is, I think Fire Punch is fine. Wouldn't it be great if for each effect it had, secondary effect, you got the 1.3 again and you could run Fire Fang? And it would get 1.3 and then 1.3 again because it got the flinch and the burn.
Cool. Yeah. Is there a move that has 3 effects? I know Water Bubble has 3 abilities, but is there a move that has 3 effects?
Tri Attack.
Yeah. I guess so.
Tri Attack is 3 effects. So yeah, that would be crazy. Sheer Force Tri Attack would be nuts if that was the way it worked.
Is there a normal Sheer Force? I think Taurus, but does that even get Tri Attack?
Actually, in fairness, Sheer Force Tri Attack would barely be stronger than Adaptability Tri Attack, and we know exactly how strong Adaptability Tri Attack is.
Yes. No Mons learn Tri Attack with Sheer Force anyway. So.
Yeah, it would be 2.197 instead of two times. So it's like barely different. Yeah. All right. So Rock Slide, Fire Punch. Are we gonna do Scarf with Trick and Will-O-Wisp then? I mean, Scarf guarantees it outspeeds anything that isn't Scarfed.
Yes.
And most things that are Scarfed.
I don't think there's too much that wouldn't be Scarfed. Like Dracovish would be the Scarf one.
Yeah. Like, it outspeeds everything except Scarf Dracovish, and then it ties with Scarf Arcanine and Scarf Diglett, which I don't think he's bringing. And then everything else is outsped. So I feel like that's safe, just fast as fuck Darmanitan, where even if he does have the Dracovish out, it's like, okay, we can Will-O-Wisp it, or if we've already locked into Rock Slide, for example, we can still get a Rock Slide off for some more damage.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, I'm a bad player, so I need easy sets to pilot.
Right, here's a Flapple that will never see the light of day after this match.
Yeah, I mean, except in free-for-alls. I'm definitely bringing this to a free-for-all.
Excellent.
So we going Will-O-Wisp, and then, I mean, Trick Scarf Dom could cripple some of his mons.
Yes, Scarf Trick would be pretty reasonable.
Because if you trick Driftblim, for example, it actually slows it down because it gives it an item back, which means it's no longer got Unburden.
Yes.
And locks it into a move. If you trick Mushana...
That would be very good.
Or Wigglytuff...
Also very good.
I mean, I love the Porygon-Z Cottony lead, but there's also a potential Scarf Darmanitan lead, because what does it worry about? Like, fake outs from Rillaboom?
Intimidates, mainly.
But then you just trick the Scarf onto stuff.
True.
And Will-O-Wisp things. Like, his team does not like being Will-O-Wisped.
No, it doesn't.
Which, and again, K-Cray didn't burn a single time with any of those schools.
That was crazy. Like
or the fucking Scorching Sand either.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't matter, but, you know, it would be nice for Araquanid to get the kill with the set that was designed to beat the Dracovish in the first place. And it did, but didn't actually kill it, so...
It made it struggle to death. I think that's funnier.
Yeah.
Okay, so Porygon set. I'm assuming Hyper Beam.
Hyper Beam and Shadow Ball is what I have, because...
Shadow Ball.
Yeah, Shadow Ball will help the Flapple and the Darm.
Yeah, and it lets it kill the Driftblim.
Yes.
Which can't one-shot it.
Oh no, Drifblim doesn't actually do too much to PZ at all. Like, it's like, damage disruption is all physical.
Yeah. So if he leads Arcanine and tries to go up the Snarl, Helping Hand, adaptability, he Adrenaline Orbs us, so then we're faster than Arcanine, and then we just...
You Helping Hand Max Strike and kill it.
Yeah, Helping Hand Max Strike, kill it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, haha, we don't care. If he leads Dracovish, Vicious Rend doesn't kill Big Z.
I would assume not. Especially after IAV it.
Yeah, if he leads like Rillaboom, Excavalier, does Porygon get any fire move at all?
I don't believe so.
No.
Sunny Day, technically, that's a fire move.
Yeah, that's probably not the fire move I was looking for, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Yeah, you might as well just Shadow Ball it. Like.
Yeah.
Even Max Strike. Max Strike would be stronger than Hyper Beam would be stronger than Shadow Ball. Phantasm would probably be about the same as Max Strike.
Max Strike, yeah. So it depends which drop I think I need.
No, Max Strike's still stronger.
Oh well, there you go. It's crazy. The adaptability Max Strike is insane. Right, what do we not hit with Hyper Beam and Shadow Ball? Nothing. It hits his whole team.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have the last two moves. Probably should be Protect, and then something.
Yes, Protect definitely. I was looking at like Reflect. Honestly, like so much of his team loses to physical mitigation.
That could be reasonable.
And then the other thing I was looking at, but it's not good, is Thunderwave, but I actually don't think so.
I would prefer Reflect to Thunderwave.
Yeah, I think Reflect is better. Like, his team is not that fast. The other option is just Recover. Because if he's focusing Porygon, desperate to kill it, we can just click Recover, and then he has to waste another turn trying to kill it. While our other mon does stuff.
That could be okay.
Like, it really depends on the calcs. So I'll leave that last move to you with the calcs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reflect. I hate that it doesn't get Gravity.
Yep. Do you know how much I would be using that in VGC if it got Gravity?
God. Yeah, I know. Everybody would be. I think everybody would be.
So good.
Recycle lets you get back your Adrenaline Orb.
I think that's probably a little unnecessary.
It's completely unnecessary.
Yeah, I can't see too much else. Ally switch, you know, that move that's always fine to
Ally
slap on.
switch is actually, like, for Wolf, like, I'm trying to find something that would have, like, a dumb, like, niche use against Wolf because it's Wolf, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Pain Split? Does it get Pain Split in VGC? It might not.
It doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't in VGC. Okay. Ally switch might be the shout. Reflect might be the shout.
I don't think we need try attack. I think we're okay with just hyper beam.
Yeah, I think so. He's gonna kill it by the time it's not maxed anymore. I just feel like it's Wolf. He's not a player who's gonna ignore big Porygon.
Yeah, the way I saw this was that PZ takes like 2 kills and then he can't beat Flapple anymore. Like that's how I envision this.
Yeah. Like, if I focus on killing, like, if he brings Piloswine, focus on that, or a special attacker, focus on that, so that Flapple can just Iron Defense and win. Although Flapple is slower than a lot of his team, I'm worried about being able to get that Iron Defense up.
And Cottony will help that with the Cotton Spore.
Yeah, that's true.
Speed swap on the PZ to make the Flapple fast.
That's not terrible. That's... PZ's last, last hurrah in that situation. That is not bad at all. And plus, PZ then keeps the +1 boost, so it should still outspeed the majority of the opposing team.
It is also an Excavalier Trick Room counter, because we take their super slow speed.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's speed swap. It's either speed swap or Trick Room, probably, right? And I think
Trick Room is still reasonable, and yeah, I already like speed swap.
Speed swapping his Excavalier on a predicted Trick Room would be so fucking sweet, but I'm not going to push myself to try and do that.
Well, yeah, like theoretically that move's probably not going to be clicked, but might as well.
Yeah. Right. So we've got those 4. We've got already Flapple, Porygon, Cottony, Darmanitan. What else are we bringing against him? What is valuable against Wolfie Glick? Because I don't even think we bring Lapras.
Yes, and I was looking at it and I didn't think it was that great. I came up with
it loses to Rilla, it loses to Excavalier,
Jolteon as well.
Jolteon.
Yeah, no, I was just looking at weakness policy, but I always do, and probably not the greatest. Togetic is still fine, but then it would take the Eviolite from Cottony, but then that we can still just focus that shit. That would be fine.
Yeah. Cottony is absolutely fine, yeah.
Yeah, and the 2 other sets, I looked at Sash Gengar, I just had Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Icy Wind, and Trick Room, and Lumberry Substitute Urshifu was the other thing I came up with.
I like Gengar, but can I make one adjustment to it?
Yeah.
Replace Ally Switch with Imprison to stop Trick Room?
I didn't have either of those moves on the set I just said.
You said Sludge Wave, Shadow Ball, Icy Wind, and Ally Switch.
And Trick Room.
And Trick Room, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry. Replace something with Imprison. Maybe Icy Wind? I do think he's going to go Trick Room. I think Trick Room's so likely to come because it's...
Oh yeah, no, I can definitely see Trick Room coming.
I think that's his win con, right? Because how does he outspeed me otherwise? Like, what's his Trick Room setters?
Mushana.
That's it.
Yes.
Does Mushana die to a helping hand max strike?
That is something I will have a look at right now.
And what are his redirectors?
And we also have Phantasm as well. Although, is Max Strike stronger?
Yeah, Max Strike.
Max Strike is still stronger. Yeah, because if it's stronger than not very effective, then yeah.
It has to be quad effective to be stronger. For anything else to be stronger, it has to be quad effective.
What am I doing? Helping hand. It's a 81% chance to KO Sassy Max.
Okay.
So it probably dies.
Yeah. Although probably isn't as nice as I'd like.
81% is pretty good. And he also has to be Sassy Max as well. He may be defensive to try and survive actually. Yes. We can also speed swap the Musharna and just let Trickroom go up.
I wish Cottony got speed swap.
I mean, Cottony's not the fastest Pokemon.
No, but it's still... Cotton Sport, Encore, Helping Hand, Grassy Glide, though, is still great. I think it's a fine set.
Yes.
Like, Memento is the only other one I can think of instead of Grassy Glide, and just, like, once it's done its job, Memento out and cripple something.
That would also be very good against the Excavalier and Trick Room.
Yeah.
Because the Excavalier was one of the main reasons I was, like, looking at a more bulky Darmanitan rather than Scarf, because if Trick Room goes up and Excavalier comes in, that is very, very, very bad. So.
Yeah. That's why I like the Imprison Trick Room Gengar, because if it's Sash Trick Room, at least then we can get Trick Room back up, like reverse the Trick Room back away with Gengar.
Yes.
And then if he doubles Gengar, at least the other Mon can put in some work.
Yeah, Imprison would make sense.
And then, like, if he does just lead pure Trick Room the first time, if we don't one-shot the Musharna, which... Does he have any way to stop it? Does he have redirection that can stop it?
He doesn't have redirection.
He doesn't have any redirection?
No.
Does he have any ally switch?
1, 2, 3 ally switches, including Musharna. Wigglytuff.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Wigglytuff does, and Drifblim definitely does.
Okay, so if he leads Drifblim Musharna, we might have to predict an ally switch.
There is no way that is the lead. Surely
I don't
not.
think so. I don't think so. But if he's desperate to get Trick Room up, he could ally switch Trick Room and then... Because that makes me guess with the max strike.
I would say Wigglytuff Musharna would be more likely than that.
In that situation, I might just speed swap the Drifblim slot. And then if he ally switches, I've got Musharna's speed on Porygon. Wigglytuff, yeah, Wigglytuff as well. Wigglytuff, Musharna, probably very scary.
Yeah.
But then I just speed swap either slot. Like, I predict the ally switch Trick Room, and I just speed swap the Wigglytuff slot.
Yeah.
And then I get Musharna's low speed, and then Porygon maxes and fucks everything up.
Could be okay.
I am really worried about Excavalier and Trick Room. That's like the thing I'm the most worried about.
Yeah, that is definitely the thing I'm most worried about as well.
But you said Flapple if it gets an iron defense up. Just walls Excavalier, you said,
well,
once it's got the iron defense?
I'm pretty sure it will live. I don't think it, like, I wouldn't say go as far as walls, but should live.
Fair enough.
But then if you get 2 up, let's just have a look. Max Mega Horn.
Maybe we make our last Mon something that answers Excavalier then.
See, that's the problem. We just have Darm.
Is that the only Mon on our team that can answer Excavalier?
Pretty much. Like, Lapras, like, goes toe-to-toe with it, but doesn't, like, beat it. But then the rest is not actually that great against Excavalier. Like, Excavalier is a big issue.
Yeah, Wolf loves that Mon too.
And it's a roll for Max Flutterby to KO Max Defense +2 Flapple.
Jesus.
That's with Life Orb Excavalier as well, but that's surely what it's going to be.
I think he's going to go hard Trick Room. I think he's going to focus on Trick Room. I'm not sure about your Cottony Pori lead. I think maybe Gengar needs to lead. Dude. What goes wrong if we lead Gengar?
Him leading something like Drifblim Rillaboom instead.
Okay, but Drifblim Rillaboom, he would have to Grassy Glide and attack Drifblim. And if we've led Porygon Gengar, we then max Porygon and just blow away Rillaboom while he doubles Gengar. If he doubles Gengar.
We also have Trick Room ourselves on the Gengar.
Yeah.
Even to imprison, but then that would stop the Rillaboom Drifblim.
What, we would Trick Room in front of it?
Possibly.
Why would we not just max Pori and blow Rillaboom away?
So it'd be the fact that they could just set up the Tailwind to allow Rillaboom to attack the Porygon. But then I still need to look at the calcs, but I should be able to live.
But wouldn't Max strike? Oh, if they did like,
if they went
just Rillaboom pure, like ignored Gengar and went,
yeah,
Tailwind Drum Solo into Porygon. As long as you make it so Porygon lives that, we then Sludge Bomb plus Max Strike and kill the Rillaboom.
Yeah.
Right? If you can make it live.
I would assume so. But it's whether that I can make it live, still have max special attack, and outspeed at least Dracovish. Because I'm pretty sure he won't go max speed on Jolteon. But at least Dracovish so that they can outspeed the Scarf.
Yeah. It's tight. The EVs on Porygon are tight, man.
Yes.
I think Trick Room Imprison Shadow Ball Sludge Bomb though. Wait, if he leads that way, why would we not just switch Pori out into Darm to take the Drum Solo and Max Poison? Oh no, Max Poison's weaker than Sludge Bomb.
It's the same power.
It's the same power.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky. It is tricky.
No, we would switch out into Flapple to take the Drum Solo, and then we've got the free Iron Defense.
Oh, true, because Drift Blim doesn't do anything to Flapple, and nor does Thingy. Yeah, so we just switch in Flapple and Sludge Bomb.
He could be bringing Acrobatics because Urshifu, but then if we Trick Room and switch to Flapple in that case, then that's...
But okay, so we would Trick Room switch to Flapple in the case of...
That still goes wrong if he doubles the Gengar.
Yeah, because we lose the whole turn. We just get Flapple in and nothing happens.
Yes. Actually, no. What I can see is Snarl and Tailwind on the Rillaboom. So then...
What, Snarl on Rillaboom?
Yeah.
That so Tailwind, Snarl.
So that would lose to Trick Room, switch to Flapple.
So you think Trick Room switch to Flapple would be the play in that situation?
I think so.
The odds of him doubling the Gengar, what? That's the problem, right? If he doubles the Gengar, that's unfortunate. I'm also not super keen on setting up Trick Room for him with the Excavalier in the back.
That is true.
Like, if he doesn't Tailwind, right, then Sludge Bomb's going to hit Rilla and blow it the fuck back.
Yes.
If he does Tailwind, then Rilla's going to max Drum Solo. If we can have Porygon live that, I think we just stay in, max Strike, and Sludge Bomb Rilla to kill it. I think that would be the play.
Yeah, probably. It's still...
Could Sigilyph take Gengar's place here? Does Sigilyph get Trick Room in prison?
I believe so.
So why not Sigilyph with Trick Room in prison instead of Gengar? And then we can lead with Sigilyph, and that's got... that could literally run Tailwind as well.
Yes.
Trick Room Tailwind Imprison, because then we imprison, and if he doesn't click Tailwind turn 1, he won't be able to click it turn 2.
Yeah, that could be okay. Jolteon would be an issue there, but we can still
Jolteon dies to max strike.
We can still just focus that shit like we would have done for Gengar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, Sigilyph could be okay for that. If they go Trick Room instead, like they let Scrafty Musharna,
then we would click Imprison.
Get faked out, though.
Get faked out. That's why Gengar was good, because of the fake out Trick Room lead of Scrafty Musharna, which I think is actually more likely than any other Trick Room lead, honestly. Which is back to Cottony Porygon being the best lead.
Still works with Togetic, PC. You still get to do the helping hand thing.
What, if you replace...
If it was instead of Cottony, like, it's just the helping hand mon.
And is that better than... Cottony for any reason?
Well, like going into this, my first thought was like just Baby Fairy and PC. and I didn't think too much about which one was better. And then we went straight to Cottony. What was the reason we went straight to Cottony?
Prankster Encore for Trick Room, Cotton Spore for speed control.
Yeah. Then redirection is still technically a Trick Room answer.
Redirection's the Trick Room answer? Why?
Because then they're not hitting your Freon.
I mean, true. We could just have... I mean, I guess, but Excavaler's just going to one-shot Cottony. Or going to one-shot Togetic.
Yeah, I don't think even Togetic can take that one. Yeah, no chance.
Excavalier, that's the thing. Like, Wolfie is smart, right? Like, he's going to be thinking through everything that we've thought through here, and he's going to realize that Trick Room's his best bet. Now, does he double bluff us and then go for like a fast Rillaboom Driftbloom lead? Maybe.
Yeah. Like, he could definitely do that. That's the problem.
So I want a lead that beats Trick Room and beats Rillaboom Driftbloom. And I think that comes down to if Porygon can live a max drum solo.
Well, let's just look at that now. I can look at that now.
Because that's the most important thing, right? Because if Porygon can live a max drum solo, then the play is 100% Gengar Porygon. Oh wait, no, it's Cottony Porygon, right? No.
Sorry, I'm just looking. Oh yeah, no, it's an easy survival without even investment. I guess Life Orb. Let's just see Life Orb, because Life Orb, it looks like I would need EVs. Oh yeah, Life Orb I do, and Miracle Seed even. You would need bulk.
Because if we can live the max drum solo, then Gengar Porygon is the answer, right? Because that beats a Trick Room lead and it beats the Driftbloom Rillaboom lead. It beats both. Because then we just, if it's Rillaboom Driftbloom, we literally just Sludge Bomb plus Max Strike. Which should kill, right? I'm gonna calc it.
Yeah, so I was just doing some live calcing as well. The speed stat that I want, I think, on Porygon is 136, because that's one above the speed stat I expect the Rillaboom will be, because that's faster than Flapple and Magneton.
Okay.
But then, to be able to survive a Miracle Seed drum solo, that means we are 236 on special attack. Wait, no. No, it's not. We're even less. We are 220, and that roll against Mushana, not Mershana,
gets a lot worse.
It does get worse.
But we're no longer leading Cottony if this is the case. If we can live it, we don't need Cottony anymore.
That is true. And then we just Shadow Ball and strike the...
Yeah, and the question is, does Shadow Ball plus Strike kill the Rillaboom? Max Strike does 65% minimum, and then Gengar...
Oh, Gengar following up with a Sludge Bomb kills Rillaboom, definitely.
Well, yeah, with a Sludge Bomb, but I'm worrying about Shadow Ball. No, Shadow Ball's not enough, just in case he ally switches Max Drum Solos.
Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, that's true.
We might be overthinking, though. We might well be overthinking. Because Shadow Ball only 2-hit KOs. Oh, no, that's Dynamax.
Phantasm.
Yeah, Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does Oko.
Just Shadow Ball.
Yeah, Shadow Ball does 96.8 to 115.
Okay.
And that's from Timid Gengar.
I mean,
81.3% chance to Oko.
We're probably maxing turn 1 anyway, so...
With Pori? I haven't looked at Porygon-Z's Shadow Ball.
Yeah. Oh, with Gengar's Shadow. Oh, yeah, that would kill. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was just thinking Porygon-Z. But like the main thing that would concern me there would be the Tailwind Snarl.
Well, Max Phantasm plus Sludge Bomb kills the Rillaboom without needing to risk him ally switching, I think.
That doesn't sound right.
Max Phantasm does 58 to 68.
It would kill Rillaboom, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a -1.
No, this isn't a -1. But we should be attacking first, right? Unless he Tailwind Snarls. But if he Tailwind Snarls, then he's not maxing his Rillaboom, and then he definitely dies to max Phantasm plus Sludge Bomb.
Even after the Snarls. What if he's Assault Vest? Assault Vest Snarl could be reasonable.
If he's Assault Vest, max Phantasm does 38%. Oh no, that's before the -1. Max Phantasm does 25%, and then Gengar Sludge Bomb isn't going to kill anymore.
Yeah.
Not on this Sludge Bomb. Nope, Sludge Bomb does... Oh no, that's not at -1. At -1, 52 to 62. He'd live on like 10%. If he Tailwind Snarled. No, because Max Phantasm lowers Spadef, right? Oh no, it's defense.
It would it would have to be Dark Pulse. So like we could just change to Dark Pulse in that case.
But Gengar would hit before the Pory anyway.
Yeah,
so
Gengar would hit first, yeah.
It's hard to cover everything. What about just going for our own fake out lead with Lopunny and Porygon?
I would have considered that a lot more if we had Scrappy fake out, but we can't Mega Evolve.
That's true. But what ghost are you worried about? Drifblim? Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't we just fake out whatever isn't the Drifblim and then max Phantasm the Drifblim?
It's still got a Tailwind at that point.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, we could still Helping Hand on the Lopunny. Same thing as Cottony. It would have Fake Out instead. What else would it have?
Like, support Lopunny might be better than support Cottony.
Maybe.
Like, I'm just trying to find a way to cover both the Trick Room option and the Rillaboom Drifblim option. And I'm, like, really desperate to do that.
If we have Charm, Lopunny.
Cute Charm?
No,
oh,
no,
Charm.
Charm.
The attack?
Charm,
oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Fake Out is definitely coming. Helping Hand. Charm. And Healing Wish? Pure support? No, we need an attack, I think.
You say that, like we were considering no attacks on Cottony.
Very briefly, yeah.
What about we run Assault Vest on Lopunny and we have Switcheroo?
To give it to Mushana?
That could be good.
Yeah.
Because that... Wait, does that immediately stop Trick Room? Like, the turn that Trick Room will be set, does that stop it?
No. If they've already clicked the move, they can. It still goes through. Unfortunately.
Are you sure about that?
100%. It happened in 2 days free-for-all. Somebody tricked me in Assault Vest, and I still got my Iron Defense up.
Well, that's convenient to know.
Or Acid Armor, yeah.
Excellent, okay.
Circle Throw.
Circle Throw would be a way of stopping Trick Room for sure. And Lopunny would not be the Pokemon that got faked out. Although, if it's paired with Porygon-Z, then it would be. Because you might as well... It's like, you know, if the Lopunny doesn't fake out, you might as well fake it out.
Yeah. I don't think Lopunny's the T. I'm looking at it. I just don't know. After You could be good because it's fast. Fake Tears is good because it's so fast. Like, it's so fast compared to the rest of his team.
Yes.
Like, if he leads Scrafty Mushana, you could fake out the Mushana turn 1 because you're faster than the Scrafty, so it's not going to be able to fake you out. And then you could Fake Tears, Max Strike the Mushana. If he leads Rillaboom Drifblim and he goes for Tailwind, we can fake out the Rillaboom slot. You have to Max Strike it, though.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't. You could fake out the Rillaboom slot, Max Shadow the Drifblim, and then the next turn, you can Fake Tears, Max Strike the Rillaboom.
Depends what he brings in after the Drifblim dies.
God. Let's just run Teeter Dance Lopunny and rely on hacks.
Sounds good.
I'm so lost here. I was so happy with Cottony Porygon, and then I realized that it just loses if he goes for the Trick Room lead with Excavalier. Like, I don't see how we stop him from Trick Rooming. No, why am I worrying? We put Speed Swap on Porygon. It's just, I'm so worried about getting swept by Excavalier.
Yes, so you should be.
Like, so worried about it. Does Circle Throw work on Max Mons? I doubt it, right? Like,
no.
War doesn't work and stuff.
No, it won't work. I was just thinking for a second, like, Zen Mode Darmanitan is not, it's not 30 speed. It's faster than that, isn't it? It's 30 attack, not 30 speed. It's 55 speed. Yeah. Like for a moment, I thought, wait, Zen Mode is 30 speed. Let's run Room Service, and then no, it's 55 speed, so it's not enough.
Iron Ball is better than Rune Service because it halves your speed. That would make us slower.
What if we go Fire Punch and Heat Wave on a Zen Mode Darmanitan with Substitute?
That's so memey. I just don't see it working. Because if he's got Trick Room up, he's killing the Manitan before it ever goes into Zen Mode, right?
But you can substitute before the Trick Room happens.
But then we'd have to lead Dom. And if we're leading Dom, we just trick the Choice Scarf onto the Mashana.
But then the Darmanitan can get faked out.
If he leads Scrafty. If he leads Scrafty Mashana, and then he fakes out, and then.
Yeah, that probably doesn't work.
Do we just scrap the whole Adrenaline Orb Porygon and put a Life Orb on it so it guaranteed kills Mashana?
I don't know, like 81% is pretty good.
Do we just rely on the 81% roll, and if we lose the battle on that, we lose the battle on that?
I mean, he has to be max special defense as well.
The Cottony Porygon lead wins against everything except that 81% roll. We've sat here for 37 minutes discussing this particular lead and how we can guarantee a beat on it when we've got an 81% chance to beat it.
Yes.
Maybe we should just go with the 81% chance to beat it and then know that this Cottony... Because, wait, can Cottony not run Taunt to stop Tailwind as well? From Drifblim? So if he leads Drifblim, Rillaboom, we just...
Yes.
The
the main thing I was thinking of there was if they fake out first turn, then they'll get the Tailwind. But then Encore beats even fake out Tailwind. Because it also...
Encore the fake out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can run like Taunt on it over Cotton Spore, maybe? No. We don't need Taunt. If they get the Tailwind, we just Cotton Spore. And Rillaboom's already dead. Because if they fake out with Rillaboom and... So that lead's actually fine 81.3% of the time in the worst possible lead matchup. And if they lead Drifblim plus Rillaboom, we just go for Cotton Spore turn 1 even. Which slows the Drifblim to slower than
slow the Drifblim,
Porygon,
yes.
And then max Shadow Ball. And just kill Drifblim.
Yes.
And then worry about Rillaboom the next turn because we live a max drum beating, and then we can just helping hand max strike it. Oh no, because then he's faster. That's the problem. Wait, no, because he fakes out, but no, he can max out of Encore.
But then, when is he faster if we...
Oh, if we Cotton Spore stop Tailwind, yeah, then the next turn we're faster and we max strike him, but then he does kill us.
Yeah,
because helping hand max strike doesn't kill Rillaboom, right?
Yeah, no, if he's faked out, we've max striked a normal Rillaboom, that should kill. If he hasn't faked out, we stop the Tailwind immediately. No, because we were saying we were going for Phantasm first turn in Drifblim.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then he has got the Tailwind in that case.
No, we Cotton Spore Phantasm. Cotton Spore makes
but then we don't kill the Rillaboom on the fake out turn. So then it has the opportunity to be faster and go for Drum Solo unopposed by Cotton Spore.
Yeah. Wait. If he leads Drifblim to Rillaboom, let's go through this. If he leads Drifblim Rillaboom and he goes for fake out into Cottony and Tailwind, he gets the Tailwind, but dies to Max Phantasm. And then he does, yeah. So the fake out play does get him the thing. So do we just not kill Drifblim and we just kill Rillaboom?
Like, theoretically,
no, because if he fakes out, oh no, because we can't encore him into fake out because he maxes and Max gets around encore, which is stupid.
We can still Cotton Spore not the Rillaboom, the thing that comes in, and still Max Strike that instead. Because if we got Flapple waiting in the back,
Rillaboom doesn't matter.
We could just ignore the Rillaboom and just...
And we've killed Drifblim and the other thing, and then Flapple comes in and sets up an iron defense.
Yes.
Okay, so that's like our worst case scenario is a Drifblim Rillaboom lead, where he goes for Tailwind fake out. Because if he doesn't Tailwind fake out, if he goes for Max Drum Solo, we live one, right? You said? A Max Drum Solo, or we don't live one?
So... We can live. Miracle Seed is easy. Life Orb is awkward, but I think he's probably Assault Vest. The problem is that I can't have it max special attack to guarantee the 80. Well, I say guarantee the 81% roll on the Mushana. It gets worse like quickly, and still have a speed that outspeeds a Rillaboom outspeeding a Flapple. So something has to be balanced.
Something has to be lost.
Yeah.
This is so hard because it's Wolf.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Let's think about this. We don't have to think about leading Cottony because the low punny lead doesn't let us stop Tailwind. No, the low punny lead didn't work. Like, low punny's not coming. It just doesn't work.
Cottony should be better than Low Punny.
Okay, if he leads Trick Room and we lead Cottony Porygon, we just max Porygon, Helping Hand, blast Mushana into Oblivion, and hope we get the 81% chance.
Yes.
So
and there's better odds as well because they may not even be max special defense. They could have some defense for like Urshifu stuff.
Yeah, right. So that's great there. If he leads Drifblim Rillaboom and he doesn't max Rillaboom and fakes out in order to guarantee Tailwind, that's a problem, right?
It depends. It depends if you max Strike or Phantasm.
Yeah, why don't we Cotton Spore max Strike Rillaboom then? In that situation.
Ally switch on Drifblim.
Right. God fucking damn it. But then can't we just encore Drifblim into Ally Switch?
Yes, if he doesn't Ally Switch again. I mean, we were thinking like absolute worst case scenarios. We have to accept that there are some bad scenarios and just go with it anyway. Like, just hope that doesn't happen because like.
Do you think it's Cottony Porygon is our lead? Cottony Porygon with Flapple in the back is what we're doing. The worry is the Scarf Darmanitan, because the Scarf Darmanitan's good in so many situations, but in the Trick Room situation, it's basically dead.
Yes. If Trick Room goes up, Scarf Darm is terrible.
Yeah. But there's no way to make a Darm live and a Excavalier. So if Trick Room's up,
you say that. Anyway. You say that. We could Grassy Seed it.
Oh my god, bro, you're such a memer. What if he didn't set up Grassy Terrain?
Awkward.
And why would he set up Grassy Terrain if his plan is to Trick Room with a Excavalier? Like, the Trick Room lead is Scrafty Trick Room. Or Wigglytuff Trick Room.
You would assume so.
I mean, I guess he could lead Rillaboom Trick Room because he still gets Fake Out on the Rillaboom.
Yeah, we're not living Max Quake from Excavalier.
No, even with the Ground Berry, I don't think you live it.
Yeah, easily with the Ground Berry.
To just Ground Berry Darm with Fire Punch?
Maybe. Because my initial thought was Fire Punch. It was Stone Edge, but Rock Slide's better in Bulk Up.
But then Dracovish just shits on it. But then Dracovish does nothing to Flapple.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we do have to worry about Dracovish next to a Excavalier outside of Trick Room.
Yes, we would. Now we're right back to the beginning of the video, effectively.
Yeah. Okay, this is really tough. This is actually really, really tough. And that's... That's the thing I'm getting from this. Okay, let's pull it back a little bit. How likely is he to get... I think we just need to have Sash Gengar. I think the Gengar with a Sash and Trick Room and... There's just no way to make that beat Drifblim Rillaboom as a lead.
There are plays to be made, but they're all rebased. Like Trick Room on a Tailwind or things like that. So there's nothing like guaranteed like Helping Hand Max Strike into
set up Trick Room against him.
Yeah, that is definitely the awkward thing.
Like Gengar with Trick Room in the back to reverse it if we need to with a Focus Sash, and if he doubles Gengar, then at least the other one gets a free hit, I think is the play. But how are we killing? Is our only way to kill Excavalier the Darmanitan?
Effectively.
See, that's not good in my opinion. That's worrying.
Yes.
Like, that's really worrying to me, because that means we have to bring Porygon-Z, Cottony, Flapple, Dom.
We could bring Fire Punch on Urshifu. That's an answer.
Yes. But Urshifu's not living a hit from Excavalier.
Yeah, I think it could. It's got decent defense. Yeah, I can make it live.
Then we bring Cottony, Porygon, Flapple, Urshifu.
I think in that case, probably over Flapple, unfortunately.
Which is not great when Flapple beats literally every mon except for Excavalier.
Yes. What if we ran Charm on Cottony?
I mean, that might be the play.
Yeah, over Grassy Glide it would be.
Not over Cotton Spore?
No, I think Cotton Spore helps with the drip and stuff. If he goes fast mode.
Yeah, let's run Charm. I think we have to. Charm is also good at... Wait. Charm might fix our problem against the Rillaboom lead too.
Possibly.
We Helping Hand Max Strike. And then if he... Wait, if he leads Drifblim, Rillaboom, the play was always to Cotton Spore, Max Shadow the Drifblim, right? If he fakes out to stop the Cotton Spore and therefore gets up the Tailwind, then... No, because if he just max Drum Beatings, we lose Porygon. But then we bring in Flapple and we just Charm him.
Yes.
So that's okay, actually, losing max Porygon turn 1, which... It's the worst thing ever to say that's okay. Like,
well,
the worst thing ever.
You say that, like, it shouldn't kill. It would have to be Miracle Seed...
Max roll.
And get a roll or be Life Orb awkwardly. Like, I'm not gonna go for Life Orb. I'll do the best I can for Miracle Seed, but I think it probably won't be Miracle Seed. I would assume it would be a Sunburst.
Yeah.
And that's like no EVs livable.
Yeah. Okay, so the play then is the Cotton Spore Max Shadow into Drifblim. If he does just max and go for Drum Beating and we live it, that's fine, because then the next turn he didn't get Tailwind, and we can just Helping Hand Max Strike, or even like Charm the Rillaboom and ignore it, or Charm the other mon and just Max Strike again to kill another mon with Porygon, and then Flapple comes in. I'm just worried about Excavalier. I'm like, what do we do to kill this fucking thing? Like, we can spam Charm on it with Porygon out or with Flapple out. Like, Flapple lives hits nicely once it's charmed.
Yeah, if we get a Charm and an Iron Defense, we could beat it.
Yeah. But that's a lot to ask.
It is, yes.
Charm and an Iron Defense, and then you just spam Charm and Recycle until he kills the Cottony.
Yes.
Oh, it's tricky. And so Darm would be our fourth mon. It would be...
No, Darm is coming. Like, we are bringing Darm to every match because of Excavalier.
Yes.
Unless there's no Excavalier.
Okay, so this lead guarantees he doesn't Trick Room, right? No, it doesn't. 81% of the time, he can't Trick Room.
81% of the time, and he has to be Sassy Max in the first place.
Okay, so let's
and he has to not be Chillenberry. That like Chillenberry is also a thing.
If we assume we can stop Trick Room, we should be Scarfed Arm because otherwise Dracovish protects Excavalier.
Yes, true. Yes. That does make sense, because if Trick Room's gone up at that point, we've probably lost anyway, so... Yeah. I think that
If Trick Room's gone up and he's gotten rid of Cottony, yeah, we've probably lost. If Trick Room's gone up and Cottony's still there, we can charm... spam charm until he kills it.
Well, yeah, no, like, because I was saying, like, he is a very physically based team. Charm makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay, so I
just don't charm this Scrafty.
But game 2, I think he adapts. I don't think he leads.
He definitely does.
Like, if we win game 1, look, I'm not expecting to beat Wolf. I want to make that very clear in every video here. I'm expecting that Wolf will have some tech and he'll outplay me, and Boyt will come out and he'll go, you should have done this, this, and this, and you'd have won. And I'll go, oh, I didn't notice that because I'm not as good. Like, that's what I'm expecting. But that because I'm going into it expecting that, I'm going to be really careful to analyze everything. I'm making notes for the first time this season against
Wolf.
Yeah, I don't want to choke again. That choke against Reversal was so bad that, like, I don't want that again. So I think we do need another Mon that is capable of killing Excavalier.
That is Fire Punch Urshifu, as far as I can see.
The only thing that does that is Urshifu, right?
Like I said before, Lapras goes toe-to-toe with it, but doesn't really beat it. Like,
no,
you know.
I mean, it eventually dies to, like, max steel spikes and stuff.
And they can Flutterby us down in the first place as well, so... Also, Lopunny gets Fire Punch, but no.
Because if we lead Courtney Porygon, and then game 2, what do you think he leads?
I don't know. I would assume...
It's a really good lead against him. It's a really solid lead against him.
Yes, it is.
Maybe we don't bring the Flapple the second game, because he'll expect it.
Yes. Maybe don't even bring it actually to game 1, and then catch him in game 2.
Okay. Alright, so game 1 would be Porygon, Cottony, Darm, Urshifu, or Porygon, Cottony, Darm, Gengar to stop Trick Room?
Yes.
One of those two. Like, depends on his team comp, really. If I see it's like pure Trick Room, if it's like Mushana, Piloswine, Scrafty, Wigglytuff, Excavalier, Dracovish, yes. I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm just going to bring in Prison Gengar and turn one-click in Prison. Well, like, that's going to be my play.
If there is no Drifloon in Team Preview, you could probably get away with just leaving Gengar instead.
Yeah. Instead of Cottony, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Urshifu has Fire Punch, Wicked Blow.
I had Drain Punch at the moment, but it's either Drain Punch or Close Combat for Scrafty.
Sure. And then I think he needs Protect. We don't have Protect on many Mons here. And by many Mons, I mean, I think we only have it on Porygon. Yes, we only have Protect on Porygon.
Yes.
So Drain Punch, Protect, and then you're going to EV it. Because the other thing is we do need to be able to stall out Trick Room if he pulls it off.
Yes.
There just isn't space for it on anything else.
Not particularly.
I'm assuming the priority with Flapple is to Leech Seed stuff. And then Grav Apple's secondary.
Yes. Yeah, the priority is to Iron Defense as many times as you can.
Yes.
If you get to +4 defense, you've probably won.
Yes, or -2 Excavalier, +2 defense, and then +4 defense the next turn, and then recycle.
Well, +2 is enough if Excavalier is dealt with.
Yes.
And Wigglytuff,
right,
technically.
Okay, so Flapple comes game 2, but game 1 we try and not bring him because we want him to be a surprise. Okay, Porygon is Urshifu is Fire Punch, Wicked Blow, Drain Punch, Protect.
Detect.
And...
Always detect. Like if a Mon has detect, always detect purely because of Imprison.
Okay, sure. I mean, it doesn't. It's 8 PP, but as opposed to the 16. But if you're having to protect 8 times, you've probably lost.
Yes.
There's also like little niche things like maxing Darm. Is possible.
That is definitely possible.
I mean, if Darm gets a Will-O-Wisp off on Excavalier as well, That's huge.
Yes, that would be good.
Although, if there's ever a situation where we could get a Will-O-Wisp off on it, we fire punch it.
What if we've just, like, been Will-O-Wisping, like, all 3 mons and then there's an Excavalier there?
Then we would Will-O-Wisp instead of switching, probably.
Yes.
And, like, Darn in front of Mishana can be really fun with Trick. Like, honestly, tricking the Choice Scarf onto Mishana would feel really fucking good.
It would.
Fuck Mishana, man. Why does it have to live Max Strike? Why does it have to be the one thing in the fucking universe that lives Max Strike?
Yeah, there's not many things. Like, it's still a roll. It's a good roll, but it's
a good roll in our favor.
It can live.
81.3% chance when it's... Okay. I'm going to let you do these EVs. Boy, I've kept you for long enough, I think.
Well, yeah, this is the longest one that we've had so far. But then it's Wolves, so...
It's Wolves.
Yeah. I like how we were so confident in the first 10 minutes, and then it went on for an hour.
Oh, yeah, we were so confident, and then we realized that if he does lead Trick Room... But I guess I was freaking out over a 19% roll, so that's on me, right? Like,
maybe.
But no, I'm me, so I know he's going to get it. 100% of the time, he's going to get that 19% roll against me. 100% of the time, it's me, right? Like, it's just, it's going to happen.
I mean, my thing at the moment is that Hustle is 20% accurate, not 20% chance to not miss. Like, that's my thing at the moment.
Well, we're not running Hustle, so it's fine. We're all good.
Yeah, we're ripening out here.
Yeah, I'm basically freaking out over like a Leech Seed miss, the possibility of a Leech Seed miss or whatever, or like.
Yeah.
What do we have that's 80% accurate? Like, it's like a Will-O-Wisp miss. Basically, I'm freaking out over the possibility of missing Will-O-Wisp, but missing Will-O-Wisp that loses you the game. Shout outs to R and Cybertron Zhang here.
Always.
With missing Will-O-Wisps that lose him the game. Thank you very much, by the way, Aaron, for increasing the accuracy of Will-O-Wisp.
It is definitely because of that match. Like, you will not convince me otherwise that match wasn't the reason that Will-O-Wisp was increased.
100% of it. 100% Will-O-Wisp was increased. How many times did he miss it? Like 4 times in a row?
I believe it was, he hit 1 out of 7, I think, was the number.
Yeah. But at one point it was 4 times in a row, and if any of them hit, he won the game.
I believe so. It's been a while since I watched the match, but yeah.
Heartbreaking. All right, I'll let you get to EVs. Do you need me to send you the team so far, or have you been doing it?
No, I've got it. I'm all good.
I'll paste it in here just in case. Yeah. All right, dude. Have a good one. Thank you so much. Looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not. I'm totally not looking forward to this because I'm not confident against Wolfie. I think half of my problem against Wolfie is like I get in my head. I really do panic.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
I'm gonna be like up against him with Cottony Porygon. He's gonna lead Mashana and Scrafty, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm not gonna go for the Helping Hand Max Strike because he's gonna live it. I'm gonna go for like Charm on Scrafty or some bullshit.
No, I said do not charm the Scrafty. You can't.
I know, that was the joke.
No, joke. Don't even joke.
I can't do anything to the Scrafty. I can't Encore it. Can't Cotton Spore it.
You can Helping Hand to get the Max Strike to kill it.
Yeah, I can do that. All right.
Yes.
Have fun with the EVs. I know you always do.
Yes, especially against Wolf.
And I'll see you for the actual team builder.
Yes.
Well, not the actual. This is the actual team builder. I'll see you for the abridged team builder.
Yes, for the abridged one. So, is this a morning voice? Is this what Duncan was talking about on previous videos, where you have a morning voice? I don't know how different this is actually going to sound, but here we are with the EV spreads. So, let's have a look then. So, Porygon should be the first one. And we were looking at Rillaboom. So I'm pretty sure that we could live Drum solo if he's not boosted. And I don't think he would be boosted. Because you need Miracle Seed. And Miracle Seed doesn't even get it. Like, what would Miracle Seed be for? Ooh, Gigantamax Lapras. Because Drum Solo is like one of the few things that can OHKO Dynamax Lapras. Ooh. Although not even. Wait, Grassy Terrain's gone. Even. Yeah, that makes that look a lot more likely. because we do want that Mashana to disappear. We need to outspeed things. I'm going to leave Porygon to the end, actually. Like, Porygon is going to be an awkward one. I will make the rest of the spreads to try and influence. Right, what can Cottony live? It shouldn't have to be Eviolite. Arcanine. Don't think I can survive Flare Blitz, but we will see. Maybe I need to have more faith in Cottony. It's not going to be Dynamaxed. They are not going to be Adamant Max. They would need to be Jolly, right? Yeah, they have to be Jolly. Because Porygon. Okay, that is a reasonable spread, because they are mainly physical. Can Cottony live a Life Orb? Just Iron Head. Definitely not Steel Spike. Probably not. It's a roll. Well done, Cottony. But does this improve? It doesn't, so that looks like it's going to be the spread. Reasonably basic, but he is mainly physical. Flapple. So it's probably going to be similar to that. Because, again, mainly physical, we lose to Wigglytuff regardless, so there's not too much point trying to live, but I'm going to have a look. Anyway, just to see. Yeah, so we're living. But the best. Yeah, I'm not going to invest too much, because you can't make it two-shot. Jolteon isn't a concern. Mushana probably isn't a concern. Is there anything I need Grav Apple to two-shot? To get rid of Hustle and Life Orb, because that is way too strong otherwise. Yeah, look at the damage reduction. Wow. That's so much weaker. But the nice thing about Grav Apple is that it stacks the defense drops, so that you'll be able to technically boost yourself. Like if you're trying to 1v1 something, Grav Apple still stacks. Which means that 39, so effectively 40% and effectively 60%. But I am not going Adamant Max. So he shouldn't expect to two-shot Dracovish. And it should have some bulk anyway. Do I need to outspeed anything? Not particularly. Who's it? Excavalier. We can live. But not the greatest, I think. Was it? Yes. So we can live. That is definitely the benchmark. Well, there we go. So is it worth just having some attack or some special defense? Because again, like, don't care about Jolteon. Wigglytuff beats us anyway. Might as well have a look at Mushana. To be fair, Arcanine can just be Heat Wave as well. It won't be Expanding Force. Okay, that's doing a lot more to Flapple than I expected, so... Oh, that changed a lot. Oh, that's changed, yeah, that's definitely changing a lot. So yes, I will dump the rest, I think, although, actually no, go for 12. There we go. That's a bit better. So I said that was basically it. I was correct. That was basically it. Right, Darmanitan. Needs to be 140 speed because that will outspeed Dracovish. Adamant Max. Okay, basic. Right. But yeah, that is the speed it needs to hit because we want to guarantee that we outspeed a Scarf Dracovish. What do we need to kill? Rillaboom. So if we're just going Fire Punch. That is definitely a reason for Flare Blades, though. Flare Blades is significantly stronger, but then they'll have some bulk anyway. And then they'd be able to live regardless. So Fire Punch still 2 shots in that case, which is good. What about Excavalier as Dynamax? Fire Punch still kills. So that is the benchmark. Okay. Needed 140 speed, even though there is no way that Wolf is going Jolly Max, but that is a reasonable amount left for bulk, to be fair. That's not too bad. What can we live? Definitely have Drill Run. About Rillaboom ground moves. We're already living that. We're not going to live the max one, are we? I can make it a roll, to be fair. Although, if they actually, you know, invest. What else? Can we live a Jolteon Max Lightning? Yes. Yes is the answer. So at least that. And again, because he's mainly physical, could just be that. Because that's a reasonable special benchmark. Am I really going to look at Diglett calcs? The answer is definitely yes. Because when do you ever get to look at Diglett calcs? Alright, we're living. It's fine. What about Adamant? Yeah, we're living. It's fine. That is good to know at least. I guess Drifblim is mixed as well, so that could be something to consider especially. Yeah, that's not too much of a concern as well. It was just Life Orb. Alright. That is close enough to a benchmark, I guess, but I'm not getting any better than that. Like, that's good enough. Why is it naughty? Should be Adamant. Gengar. Done. Urshifu, because that outspeeds Arcanine, by the way. And Urshifu. Don't want to speed tie with Gengar, but we want to outspeed Arcanine, so it will have to be max. That is the only way we can do that. But that's fine, that still lets Gengar be modest. How much is Fire Punch doing to Excavalier? It's not a guaranteed 2-shot. That means it's not a guaranteed 1-shot either. We definitely want to be outspeeding Arcanine. So is it worth going? Life Orb's free, right? Yeah, yeah, it is. Should probably be Life Orb then. Had the Lumberry just for Willows from Arcanine. But if the Life Orb's free... well then. That might have been easy. Wigglytuff would always KO us. Yeah, the random fairy moves. Play rough from Arcanine. I'm pretty sure that will KO anyway. Yep, well that's Starfall. But yep, there's still no chance. What about from a supportive Arcanine? We are living anyway, so that's fine. So that's probably just basic Urshifu, but if it should be Life Orb against Bushana. Okay, it's not Dynamax. What am I missing here then? Oh, it's defaulted to Colbert Berry. Okay. But it definitely could be Colbert Berry. Oh, ooh, okay. Yeah, no, I was going to say we haven't added the Life Orb yet either. Is it even possible for Musharna to live without Colbert Berry? It's going to be rolls. Another 81% chance. I mean, they can't be both max defense and max special defense. So one of them's going to guarantee it. But yes, that is the Urshifu spread. So it is just Porygon. So we can do Modest. We could outspeed Jolly Scarf Dracovish after a max strike. I don't think that's necessary. We could outspeed a Rillaboom outspeeding Flapple. We could outspeed Jolteon at -1. Jolteon won't be max speed because there's no reason to. We could outspeed a Jolteon outspeeding a Gengar. But then we're probably underspeeding Rillaboom. So we can't go for Arcanine. Arcanine will be Jolly Timid / Timid Max. Well, not Max, but maybe Max. It's a Darmanitan. Diglett would outspeed us. Rillaboom, because it can't outspeed us, shouldn't try to. Drifloon, if it comes, it's unburdened and it doesn't matter. I think the minimum I want is 128. Because that's outspeeding Adamant. Dracovish. Yeah, so I want minimum 128. And I think maximum 136. I'd be okay with 136. So if I'm trying to keep Modest Max for the best Musharna roll, then really it is just loading up the defense, isn't it? Because the main thing is that Rillaboom. That's the big thing. No, not the move 160. Need to actually have investment. Oh, was that something I was missing last time? That it just didn't default to investment? No, that looks the same. Where's Miracle Seed? There we go. Right, so I've already done this, I know, but Looking at it again. That is not bad, to be fair. I ended up with 84 at one point, didn't I? What was that for? What speed did I hit then? 132. No, that doesn't change. It does that. So it looks like that could be okay. 25% chance to KO is not that bad. And I think it's more important that Musharna has the best chance of being KO'd, because they may not even be Miracle Seed on Rillaboom, and they may not even Dynamax Rillaboom, whereas Musharna will set up Trick Room. And that's surely going to be the speed that the Rillaboom would hit. How much investment does it take for Rillaboom to outspeed Flapple and Magneton? That is a lot. That does seem like a lot. The minimum he would have would outspeed Timid Lapras. Don't know how much of a risk I want to take against Wolf, speed-wise. Because he should know that we optimize spreads, but then we know that he should optimize spreads. But then that goes to every single draft match. But in general, you default to guaranteed outspeed of this, even though a lot of the times the speed was unnecessary because that thing wasn't max speed. So I don't know if I want to play that game with Wolf. Rillaboom is definitely outspeeding at least Timid Lapras. That's not too bad to get to. But then the fact that our Flapple and Magneton definitely will not be max speed, right? No. In his mind, they definitely would be. Because Flapple, after a Dragon Dance, has to be Jolly maxed outspeed, max speed Jolteon. Because Flapple hits 134. And that's 201 at plus 4, not plus 4, plus 1. So actually, yes. There would be a reason for Flapple to be max speed, so there is a reason for Rillaboom to outspeed it. So yes, yeah. I am following that line of logic, that the Rillaboom will be 135 speed. Yeah, I'm going with that. And I want the best chance of KOing Musharna. So that appears to be the best we can do. A few of them are reasonably basic. The Darm is the only really interesting one, to be fair, but that is going to be the video.